All right, I'm 5 minutes early. Whoever pops in, if you could please let me know if you could hear me, that would be fantastic. Need my water bottle. Oh. I know Diane's going to be a little late. That's okay. Hey, Dexter. Hey, Cynthia, can you hear me okay? Oh, Dexter. Dude. Dexter's being clingy today. Look at the baby. Big baby. You're okay. Cynthia. And you're sewing along, right, Cynthia? Perfect. Glad the sound is good. Dexter, come here. Hi. He's being a clingy little baby today. Sewing along? Perfect. I think Dawn and Diane are sewing along with us today too. We'll just wait till everybody pops in. I think Kathy is sewing with us and Wanda is sewing with us if they all get in here. I just finished the tutorial for the 33 West bag. Hi, Dawn. Oh my gosh. Love it. Dawn, you're sewing with us? Did you get everything cut out? Today will be mainly a lot of exterior prep work. And the next class, the lining and the exterior all go together at once. Like we may even be done next class. This is a pretty fast bag to get through. So the only tricky part are those side rivets. You haven't finished cutting it? Was your dog? Was Apollo in the way? Almost there? Perfect. So you'll be cutting while we sew today then. I'm leaving my door open. I hope nobody minds that. I'm the only one home. And there's something weird going on our street. Like there's a ton of cop cars about 4 doors down. Coco was just losing her poop, but I've locked my doors because I don't know what's going on. But I want it so if something's going on, the dogs can come in and out. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. The school's also down there, so maybe they had a fire drill or something. I'm not sure, but I'm home alone. I get a little bit freaked out. And with the cold temperatures, it's been a lot of break-ins of homeless trying to get it into places that are warm. Not that it's too cold today, but yeah, I have my doors locked just in case because I don't know what's going on. Everything's good here. But look at, see Dexter here? He's like super under me today. Hey? He's underfoot for sure. You guys could probably just see his eyebrows poking over the bottom. Oh my gosh, Dexter baby, you're fine. I'm fine. He also knows I'm not feeling super well. Most of you probably know I do have shingles. Now, I only got 1 blister out of all the shingles, so that's good. But you guys will see it. It's on my wrist right here. So I hope that doesn't offend anybody. It's just 1 little blister. But I don't want to put a Band-Aid or anything on it because I don't know if that's good for it. So Dexter's a cute dog. They think you're cute, Dexter. Yeah. My cute 90-pound dog. No, no, no. That's no inside voice. Now he wants to play. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, go upstairs. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. No barking. Inside voice. There's his inside voice. Good boy. Sorry about that. Okay, we're just going to give a few more minutes. Just for a few more to come in. I don't know if I'm going to get... Oh, that's your octopus. Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I'm going to get to go do a live this month. I'm just so incredibly busy. So I figured I would do the December VIP of the month draw here, seeing as it's a members thing anyway. So just pay attention. He's saying, yeah. Oh, Alex. Now here's a question. When he barked, did it cause a high-pitched sound? I think my YouTube is lagging. Hopefully it's not too laggy. We have been having internet problems with the cold weather, so hopefully. It looks like it's sketchy here too. Cynthia, is it good for you or? I'm going to do a quick refresh just to... I have the channel up on here so I can see the chat. Huh. Well, that's not good. Let me just check my internet settings to make sure. Let me try here. Try to my other internet line and see if it's better. Okay, I can see the chat still, hopefully. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, I'm back. I went to a different, my lower Wi-Fi connection to see if that helps. I got a 5G and a 2.4, so I just went to the 2.4, so let me know if it's better. I think that fixed it. Okay, give it about 5 minutes or 2 minutes and let me know if it stops being jumpy. I think I'm about 3 minutes ahead of you guys too, or 2 minutes ahead of you guys. It's good now? Perfect. Okay. Dexter. Oh, you... He murdered his rabbit. It's done, dude. You took all of his guts out. Here you go. Better? Okay, perfect. As I said, with the winter storm and the cold weather, last Thursday we had intermittent hydro and internet till about 11 o'clock at night, which is why we had to cancel class. So all right, so we'll just give it till 10 after. Coco says hi. See, she's just gonna... And there's nobody out there. There's something going on the street. So I apologize if she's barking, but I want people to know that that she's there. Just because I have no idea what's going on down the street. Oh, the carnage. Exactly, Dawn. I'm just going to look out the window and see if I can see anything. All I see is snow. There's just so much snow out there. But it may be a Coco day, but again, there's something going on. There's police up the street, and I just want to keep going. My studio isn't too cold today. Temperature today, it's only -8 Celsius, so. But I am dressed in layers. Like I got a t-shirt and I got fleece leggings on and a hoodie, so. Hey, Dexter. It's okay, baby. Don't be scared. Dexter's beside himself. Oh, baby. No, you can't come on. Oh, you're being so cute. You're being so cute. Oh, goodness. Hi, Diane. How are you? Diane, are you sewing this one with us today? -32 in Ontario, hey? You can keep it. We're just giving it till 10 after, and then I am going to do the VIP draw. Again, Diane, I was just telling everybody that we have police up the street. I don't know why. I've locked my doors because I don't know what's going on, but Dexter is super clingy right here, and Coco's just losing her poop. So I'm letting her, because if there's anything going on, people are scared of her when she barks. So Riley should be home soon. I'm home alone right now, so. Okay, well, while we're waiting, why don't we, I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to do the December VIP draw. So let me just get that here. I can't see the chat for a moment. So this is for December Beans Peeps, a VIP of the month for $25 Canadian gift card of the winner's choosing. And the winner is Kim. So Kim, when you pop in here, you are our Beans Peep VIP of the month winner. Yay! Congratulations, Kim. Let me know where you would like a gift card to. Diane, I changed my room around. Well, no, I took a table out and pushed my machine up against the wall. That's all I've done. I had the table behind the machine when I was doing the wing covers for my dad's airplane, and I needed something to hold the weight of them on the other side, but now I have more space, which is good. So Kim is VIP of the month. So when she pops in, we'll have to let her know, and she can choose a Kim VIP. I'll write it down. Lise was last month, and she got a one to Sew Yours is where she chose her coupon or her gift certificate to be. All right. So yeah, when I can't get on to do a public live, I think I will just do the membership draws on our Thursdays because I'm coming on live anyways, and it's a membership thing, and all members that are part of the VIP draw are within the Tuesday and Thursday group. So yay. All right, are we, oh, I didn't see Diane, were you sewing with us? Yes, you are. Okay, so today is going to be, I honestly think we're probably going to get this bag done next Thursday, because once we get what we're going to do done, it goes really fast. Dexter is just being so cute on my leg. I'm sorry. There's Coco again, but Dexter's just pretty much on my lap. Oh my gosh. So today is going to be a lot of prep. There is going to be homework to do some edge painting if you're doing some edge painting. I am doing the connectors slightly different, just because no bark. Just because I think it's going to give them just a little bit more. Oh my gosh, she's being way too cute. Shh, Dexter, I'm so sorry. A little more thickness so they don't wear out, and the way I'm going to show is a really good way to get a nice edge for edge painting as well. So But you're more than welcome to do them as per the pattern. I might have to kick Dexter out of here. He's Dexter. No, no. Okay, go upstairs with Coco. Go on. I'm going to kick Dexter out. Come on. Go on. Go on. Go upstairs. You're not the center of attention. Go keep Coco company because she's freaking out. Go on. Go on. Bye, baby. Go on. Then maybe we won't hear her as much because she is going to be barking. Okay. So first things first. Let me clear this away. My goal is to try to keep my table somewhat clear and not very cluttered. Again, I apologize for Coco today, but she's being guard dog, which is okay. There we go. So shall we see how long it stays clear? I doubt it's going to stay clear very long. All right, is that bright enough for everybody? It's getting a little dark. Sun will be going down soon. Okay. Oh my gosh, Coco. So we are going to start first with the zipper panel. Remember, we cut this out different than the pattern because we're going to try it a different way. Okay? Because last time for me was a little bit hard, and I think this will be a little bit easier. So we're going to have to put our zipper pulls on. So I'm just going to figure out how much zipper tape I want to use. You kind of want it to be from end to end of this one. So I'm just going to lay my zipper tape down like that and then cut it to that length. It could be a little bit longer and could be a little bit shorter. We're going to be trimming that up. And then put your 2 zipper pulls on. Yeah, there's an ambulance and a fire truck there now. Wow, I don't know what's going on. So go ahead and install 2. I'm doing 2 zipper pulls. I did that on the small one as well. Because it's a nice long zipper and the 2 zipper pulls go really well. And then you don't have to worry about which way you're putting it all together. So I'm putting mine on with my little fork here. So for homework, I went ahead and I edge painted the inside rectangle of just this one piece. Okay, so let me know when you have your zipper pulls on. I think I gotta move my camera down a little bit. It's still in tutorial site. I can leave this here so you guys can kind of see what it looks like as we work. That's the little one. Let's see what mine is. 39.5 inch for a zipper? No, I only have like 17 inch. $39 would be like really big, like that. So I've cut mine for the large one to 17 inches. Let me find the page we're working on. I want to get this part done right off the hop. Where did you get the number 39.5, Cynthia? Oh, no worries. So I can give that kind of measurement. I have to be careful about other measurements. I have to make sure I'm not giving out too much. Okay. So I am going to be using double-sided tape for this. It is recommended to use double-sided tape. If your machine is sensitive, just make sure you're kind of keeping the double-sided tape outside of where we will be going. Oh, is that centimeters? Thanks, Diane. Okay, 39.5 centimeters. Page 9. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to be looking at page 22, sew zipper for outer bag. We're just going to get this part done and the connectors done, and then we'll work on our outside panels. Hi, Kathy. No problem. We're just starting. My dogs are losing their poop today, but there's action happening on my street. And we just did the VIP draw, and Kim won for last month. Okay. So on the back side of this one that we cut to the shape, this is kind of doing it a Brandy way, which I think is going to be a lot easier, and we're going to get a really, really nice edge for edge painting, or making sure that it is nice and even if you're not edge painting. This was the part I found hard to match up, cutting them out like this, because I didn't cut them exactly the same, and then they went all wonky and whatever. Okay, so just like we do when we are installing a zipper, we're going to go ahead and lay our tape down along the rectangle. Now, if your machine is sensitive to double-sided tape, make sure you put it outside of where the top stitching will be, and you won't have a problem. So we should have, for homework, already fused our deckable heavy onto this piece. Because I'm using vinyl for both sides, I didn't worry about the deckable heavy on the other side. I don't think it needs it. Okay, so just like when we're installing an overlay on a zipper is what we're doing with this. So we're going to take the top tape backing off of the top part, and then we are going to just line it up where we want it to go, nice and centered, and stick it down nice and straight. Starting with the top side. I want mine nice and straight for sure, because I'm using a white zipper tape, which I hardly ever use, but it's really nice with this one. Oh, ambulance is leaving, so that's good. I don't know what's going on my street. Mayhem, I tell you. Okay, and once you have that top side on nicely, go ahead and do the same with the bottom side. Okay, just like that. Let me know when you're there, and then I'll show you how we're going to trim this off. Give you guys a moment to catch up there. For this and for the connectors, I don't want to get too far ahead of everybody because a little bit of explaining to do. So this is what we're working on right now, is this zipper on top. This one is the small one. I won't make the small one again. I like the big one the best, I think. The small one was trying. Even on my cylinder arm. Okay, now it's just kids walking home from school. Yeah, no problem. Take your time. You want this to be nice and even. What's this kid doing with the snowball? He better not throw it at my house. I swear, there's all kinds of craziness with this weather right now. Oh no, it's a kid throwing it at another kid. We're good. You would just give Cynthia a little bit there. It's gonna look nice with that white stripe down there, I think. Another minute or so. I'm excited to see what you guys are making things in. Feel free to share in the group your fabrics and everything. It would be great. Okay, you have the tape on? Okay, you've done it onto this? Okay, perfect. So what we want to do is we want to trim, we want to make sure we don't go past where the rectangle ends here, but we want to trim our tape up and away without cutting, come on, the overlay. So see what I'm doing there? Just kind of trimming it on an angle on both sides. So we're going to be sandwiching the zipper tape in between two layers. You don't want to be able to see the tape in the sides. Just very little bit. Okay, and same with the other side. Doesn't have to be super neat or tidy because it's going to be hidden. See, mine's not pretty at all, but nobody's going to see that but me and you. Okay. So give me a thumbs up once you're there. Super dry air. Holy moly. I found my snips that I lost. Can you show me how I did it? Does that show it good enough? I want it enough so it's not along the sides of the vinyl too. This one I can probably bring up a little bit more. I think she's got the overlay already cut. I think it's just cutting the zipper tape up at the sides like so. Okay, so yeah, just pretty much trimming it so it matches the overlay and it's inside the overlay. Again, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just kind of has to be out of the seam allowances around the edges there because we do not want it showing through. Next, what we're going to do is take this big one where we've just cut the rectangle out of, and we're going to do kind of the same thing. So you're going to put your tape around the rectangle. And you're going to end up having to kind of use your sense of touch here when we go to stick this on. But we're going to be putting it on the back side. So I'm going to start with one side. We're going to be putting these wrong sides together. And you kind of want to line up. It's a little bit awkward where the zippers meet. And, which is my tape, feel kind of where your edges, you can kind of feel through this where the rectangle starts on the opposite side. And you want to kind of lay these down. And the reason we want this to be quite accurate is because we need to catch both of these layers when we go to sew this together.
It's a little bit finicky, but trust me, it is worth it. And I didn't edge paint this bottom one because you don't really see it, so. Let's move these zippers out of the way. So feel where you can see, feel where it goes from the edge to where the tape is. It should come up. Perfect. Then once you got one side, go ahead and do the opposite side. My zippers to the opposite side. So the reason we're doing it this way rather than the way she did in the pattern, the way she does it in the pattern is fine too, is when we go to cut this out, just like how when we do connectors, we're going to be able to have like a completely flush edge when we cut it. Okay, so make sure your zipper will still open and close so you didn't catch anything. I think we are good. Okay, so everybody let me know when you're there. I don't even know what she's barking at now because it seems like things are fine now. You know what? I need to... Another thing to take into account is where your zipper is, because we will have to put a rivet right here. And I can tell where I'm going to put the rivet. My zipper tape is in the way. So I need to trim my zipper tape up a little bit more. So I'm just going to lift it up and trim more off. It's hard to rivet through zipper tape, but you want to make sure you have enough, at least 1/4 of an inch there to catch. Okay, I should be good now. How am I on this side? I got to do a little bit more on this side. Diana's good. There we go, rivet and a rivet. A little bit more. I mean, you can rivet through zipper teeth, but it's hard. Rivet and rivet there. Okay, I'm good now. It's hard to do. Now, if on this side, it overlaps a little bit more, as long as it doesn't catch on your zipper, it's fine. We just got to make sure that when we're top stitching the top, it's going to catch both. Even with cutting the two overlays like this, it's the same amount of toughness. But you can do it. Just take your time and you can do it. Diane, is your zipper tape kind of out of where your rivets will be? You can kind of, they'll be right about here-ish and here-ish. You just got to make sure that they're out of the way, the zipper tape. Mine is. Just take your time, Cynthia. We'll do the next step in about 3 minutes or so, about 35 after. We're getting all the tough stuff out of the way. That's why we're jumped to this, because I knew this would take just that little bit more time. You got it? Perfect. Okay. So now what we're going to do, how do I want to do this? Okay. What we're going to do, because we're going to try to do it all at the same time. So these edges that are, we want to kind of stick our edges down against each other so they're wrong sides together. So just along the straight edge, put some double-sided tape. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just outside of the seam allowances if your machine is sensitive. And it's just to hold it in place. Because we are going to top stitch that inner rectangle and then baste these outer sides, or top stitch these outer sides as well together. Stick that down so that side is secure. Same on the other side. SewingArtz does use a lot of double-sided tape in her patterns. I'm okay with that because I love double-sided tape. You're holding your breath? You've got this. Once we get past this part, the only other hard part of the whole bag is actually the final rivets putting in, and it made me want to cry. On the small one, that is anyways, but I got it. It was okay. Okay, I think those, I'm going to put, no, I think that's all okay. So once you got those two sides down good, you can take your rotary cutter, and using this one as the template, we are going to trim that bottom one to match it exactly. I guess we could have stitched this in place too. Oh well. You could have stitched it, or you could do it this way. We'll just do it this way. But you can see how you can get the exact same shape doing it this way. I've never done it this way before. This is the way I wished I had done it when I made the first one. Because I struggled getting them to match up perfectly. There we go. And then to make sure that tape doesn't go anywhere, you can absolutely do it that way if you want, Cynthia. You can top stitch it for sure. I think that's what I meant to do, but then I started doing this, but this works too. Coco's problem is. Okay, so now we are going to top stitch around that first rectangle, and then we're going to top stitch around the exterior pieces as well. You're sewing yours first too? Okay. I'm wishing that's the way I did it as well, but that's okay. All right, let's go do that. Oh, now Dexter's found his Hi, Bark. Let me fix my lighting on my machines. Okay. And I have my iPad set up here so I can see everything. I'm going to pull my threads long and tie off in the back. Take a peek and make sure I'm catching both sides, and I am. pull my thread from this one back. Can you hear my brain thinking? Going really slow because this is such a feature of this bag, a focal point, and I want it to look really good. It's getting really dark in here. It's snowing again? Dawn, you don't usually get snow in Maple Ridge. That's crazy. We aren't getting any snow until Friday, or I guess tomorrow's Friday. We're apparently getting, we got about, I think, probably got 15 centimeters or so here, like crazy, maybe 20. And it's supposed to start again tomorrow, but we have a break from the cold and a break from the snow today, which is good. Melting my threads because I use a bonded thread. Okay, and now I'm going to do my top stitch with 1/8 of an inch all the way around the other edges. So I'm going to start on these straight edges because these straight edges are going to be in the seams of the bag, so I can back stitch and then it won't show later on. So you want to make sure your top stitching is really nice around where the curves start, because they will show. So you'll see me do a lot of hand cranking here because I always hand crank on my curves. My machine does get away from me a little bit. She goes fast. I can slow her down, but I never want to. I just want to go fast. Oh, I didn't check to make sure it caught everywhere. Yeah, it did. Now, if you find that initial 1/8 of an inch top stitch around the zipper did not catch the bottom, just go in with the second line 1/8 of an inch away from that, like the opposite direction, and it will secure it, and you'll have 2 lines of decorative stitching. Okay, that barking means one of my kids is home. Probably Riley. Somebody's here. Or it's my Amazon order. Let me double check. One sec. Oh. It's an Amazon order. Let me just go grab it. I will be right back, you guys. Sorry. Sorry, they don't want to leave those Amazon orders out on the stoop with what's going on down the street, so. Okay, top stitching. I don't know what's in the Amazon orders, they're not mine. They're the boys. Get right to that point. Really good. How's everybody making out? Give me a thumbs up when you're done. This is the hardest part, you guys. Besides putting in those last rivets. It's not hard. That's not hard, it's just awkward and takes some patience. But we don't have to worry about that till the very end. Done. That's okay. Perfect. How's everyone making out? Let me clean up my mess here. Yeah, changing my internet connection seems to have fixed the problem, which is good. How's everyone making out? And how are you, Kathy? I didn't get to say hi too much. Hope all is well. Do need to get more lights in here, that's for sure. It feels so dark at the table. Edges are almost right. So yes, if you sewed it before trimming it, you would go ahead and you would trim it now. Got a few where it went a little bit array, but not bad. It's pretty good. Happy with it. All is well, just a little. Oh, I hate the dentist too. I have my dentist appointment beginning of February with my new dentist. Diane's good. How are you making out, Cynthia? You're all trimmed up, Diane? Do you have snow where you are, Kathy? Okay, so for homework, you don't have to edge paint the whole thing. If you are edge painting, who is edge painting? Oh no, Cynthia, I was doing the skipping thing again, is it? I wonder what is up. Does anyone else have an 1181? A Juki 1181? Cynthia's 1181 is she's having problems with skipping stitches. I've given her all my little tips, but I don't think I don't know why it is. You're edge painting. Okay. So for homework, don't have to worry about edge painting these long sides because those are going to end up being sewn into a seam. But you do want to edge paint starting where like these points are and around here and from the point and around there. I'll be doing, I think I did on this one, you can see how nice it looks. I think I did like 4 coats of base coat to get a really, really nice smooth edge. So that is homework. Okay, perfect. So Kathy, you saw where to edge paint right along these edges here. Okay, so we can set that aside. That'll be homework. Next, we're going to do connectors. You can do them as per the pattern if you want to, which is, I think she has like some deckable on the back here, and then it's just folded over. And I myself just think that I'm always scared that the vinyl will eventually give way. It might not, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So that's why I had you take a piece of vinyl and put some deckable light on the back. Oh no, Cynthia, I can try to help you later again. We're going to put some tape onto the back of these. Now these are meant for 1.5 inch. If you're using 1.5 inch hardware, you will only top stitch these with 1/8 of an inch. For me, I'm using a 1 inch hardware. So I got to figure that out. So put these all wrong sides together with that. And I'm just going to show you guys how to do one of these, and then we'll do the rest for homework, just because it's kind of rinse and repeat. Yep, so I'm going to move these over a little bit. I'm running out of space. Okay. What size hardware is everybody using? Are you using the 1.5 like she has in the pattern? Where's my ruler? So if you're using 1.5 inch like in the pattern, you are going to do 1/8 of an inch top stitch all the way around this. And then you're going to trim as close as you can to that 1/8 of an inch. And that'll make this just slightly smaller than the 1.5 inches, which we want, because once you do your edge coating, it's going to make it bigger. Now for 1 inch, so it's this middle section here that's going to go over our work. So if I want it to be 1 inch, I think I'm going to go in and do 1/4 of an inch top stitch. Just let me wrap my head around this first. So if I go in with 1/4 of an inch top stitch, because then we will trim it. So that'll bring it down to 7/8. You could actually even almost go 3/8 of an inch. So go in between 1/4, if you've got 1 inch hardware, go in between 1/4 of an inch and 3/8 of an inch of a top stitch. And then when we put our edge, and we're going to trim it up as close as we can to that top stitching. And then when we edge paint, it'll make it 1 inch, if that makes sense. I actually think I will go 3/8. I'm going to do a 3/8 of an inch top stitch because I'm using 1 inch hardware. Yeah. Okay, does that make sense? So if you're using 1.5 inch, as per the pattern, you'll do 1/8 of an inch top stitch all the way around. If you're changing it to 1 inch hardware like I am, you're going to do a 3/8 of an inch top stitch all the way around. Okay, does that make sense? I think so. So let's go ahead and we'll do one. We'll do one top stitch and then we'll trim it, and then the other 3 will be homework. Again, I can see the chat at the machine now, so ask questions if you have any. So very similar to what we just did. And it's just an easy way of, follow the shape of the connector, of course, downsizing your hardware this way. This is a very unique shape for a connector, that's for sure. And you can really use any connector that you wanted here. If you wanted to use one that you've used before, that's already made for 1 inch hardware, you could do that. Okay. It's not too bad, I guess. I didn't get the shape I really wanted there, but that's okay. Yeah, my shape went a little wonky there. Let me fix that. It's kind of like drawing. So I can go, whoopsies. So I'm just going to fix my thing here a little bit because I don't like how my shape went. Looks a little more matchy-matchy to me. My shape's going to be a little different than everybody's. Just because of how I did it. Mine's going to be more triangular, I think. And then you're just going to go ahead and then trim that up to 1/8 of an inch away from the stitching. Mine ended up going a little bit more triangular, but that's okay. That doesn't look too bad. I'm okay with that. And another trick you can do, because you can see how my shape ended up being way different, I can actually lay this down now like so on top, and I can draw that out on top, and I know that that'll be you can do it however you like. I'm using this more now because my shape went a little oblong, but I want them to all be the same. So now I know I need to sew within 1/8 of an inch inside those lines, and it should match this one almost perfectly. So that's what I'm going to do. Use that as my template. Just because I changed my shape so much because machine got away from me. At least then they'll all be the same. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's giving my guidelines for sewing. Now you can double check to make sure you have the right width. Ooh, I'm using my fabric needle and scissors. Brandy. So what it should do is when you take this and you fold this over, it should be just slightly too big, because we're going to fold this over like so. It's going to come all the way down like so. Okay. And it should be slightly too big where your rectangular ring is, because once you put the edge paint on there, it's going to be at least 1/8 of an inch of edge paint. And then that's going to make it nice and snug. If you cut it to exactly the size of the hardware, then the rectangular ring is going to look all squinched in. So for homework, you don't really have to edge paint this back piece here, but the sides and all the way around, you'll edge paint for all of them, but you don't have to edge paint this top one for all 3. Does that make sense to everybody? So those will all be homework as well. Lots of prep work, I know, but it's worth it. I promise you. Okay, so let me know when you're there, and then we will move on. All done? Perfect. Did that make sense, Diane? I know we've done connectors before, but that was just a way of resizing it. Or are you doing 1-inch hardware too, Diane? Or 1.5? It's a lot easier if you're doing the 1.5, but I didn't have 1.5-inch hardware. Okay. Next, we're going to have our main panels up. Yes, you're doing 1.5 or 1 inch, sorry. 1 inch? Okay. So it made sense how I resized it. And all of our connectors may end up looking a little different depending on how our drawing is with our sewing, but. Okay, so homework was, if you're edge painting, to edge paint the curvy side of these, which I've done. On your main panels, let's go ahead and find our top and bottom centers. As well as the bottom center, just the straight bottom edge of our bottom overlays here. Do not do the top because that's going to be showing there, just the bottom straight edge. You like this plaid? This is vinyl from Sam Fabrics Creations. I did the little one in glitter and the big one in plaid. I think it'll be really nice. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to take some double-sided tape onto the back of this. It's just going to help hold it in place in a couple places. May as well do both because we have time. I don't think we're going to be a full class today just because we have all that prep work. But seriously, even though we missed last week, I am pretty sure this is a 3-class bag and we would have been done this week if we hadn't missed last week. So, okay. Where'd my other one go? There it is. So what we're going to do is we are going to line up the bottom center of this curvy piece. Oops, I didn't cut my center of this one. Now I'm going to stick to my tape. Okay, match up the bottom center. Stop with the bottom center of this straight edge. Like so. Stick it down. And then we want to double check that it is actually centered. And mine is. Same with the opposite side. Just like so. Then we're going to go ahead and we are going to top stitch along this curved edge. We're not going to stitch across here. In the tutorial I made a mistake and I stitched across there. I didn't worry about it so much because I wasn't on a industrial machine, but we are going to trim some of the bulk away this time. So for both, let's go ahead and we'll just top stitch with 1/8 of an inch just along the curve on both. Okay. I didn't check my tension. Is it good? We're good. Thank goodness. Just gonna loosen it off just a smidgen. Other one too. Give me a thumbs up when you're there. I think I fussy cut it really good. So far, so good. I kind of am going rogue, not showing you guys where I'm at. So this is on page 8. Diana's good. Okay. So now what we're going to do, and I didn't do this in the tutorial, but we're going to kind of pull these apart now. Kind of dislodge that tape, and then we can go ahead and trim just this plaid, like what's my plaid fabric, out of the seam allowances like so. Of course, we got the double-sided tape holding it down there. And this is just going to reduce some bulk around there, especially when it comes to sewing on that bottom. Now, Diane, with you being on a 1541, you probably didn't need to do this because we can sew through that bulk pretty good, but once we get our foam on there and 2 layers of vinyl, it can be a little bit cumbersome for some machines. So, oops, I almost got the front part. That would have been no good. So you can decide if you want to do this or not if you're on a 1541. I didn't for the little one. So that's what that looks like. You fixed it? Oh, good. You'll end up becoming one with your machine, Cynthia. My Tiffany machine, she and I weren't friends for a little bit in the very beginning until we got to know each other a little bit better. Yesterday, I had issues with her, and I thought I actually broke it. She was ripping at my vinyl. I rethread it, still ripping at my vinyl. So I just walked away, came back today, didn't change anything, and she sewed perfectly fine. Go figure. I don't know why. No idea why. Okay, so I actually think we are almost done what we can today. Believe it or not, this bag does not take that long to do. Yeah. Okay, so what else? Another thing for homework. It's going to seem like we have a lot of homework, but I swear we don't. So for homework, you're going to take your 2 main panels and your bottom panel, and you are going to baste them to foam, or if you have chosen to use Decaville Heavy, you can fuse your Decaville Heavy outside of the seam allowances on your 3 main exterior pieces, okay? The reason we don't do interfacing together is because everybody chooses different kinds of interfacing. I believe this pattern tells you could use foam or Decaville Light or any kind of fusible. So I will be using Pretty in Pink Sew Foam and basting it onto these. If you're using Decaville Light or something similar, make sure you are keeping them outside of the seam allowances. Okay, so you'll want to do that on your 2 main panels as well as your bottom panel. You can choose if you want to add in purse feet to your bottom. I'm not adding them in. It's a very narrow bottom, so I don't think it needs it. And then your lining panels. I will be doing my lining panels as per how I do all of my lining panels. So if you can do your lining panels the way you like them to be done with the zipper pocket, you want to leave the zipper pocket bottom open for turning. Okay, so we have those 2 lining panels ready to go. Our exterior panels already basted or put onto whatever main stabilizer you're using. And then next class we will sew, and then of course the edge painting of the connectors as well as that zipper part. And then next class we will be sewing on the connectors, and we will be putting our main lining panels and our lining panels together with our zipper panel, which we've already pretty much got done. turning it and top stitching it. Like, this bag is super fast, you guys. And then of course the hard part, which is these. So next class will be a full 2-hour class. The first 45 minutes or so we'll probably be putting on our connectors because we'll do them all together. Then it'll be 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes to put our lining panels together. And then we're finishing off the bag. That's how fast. This is a super easy to turn bag. Like I said, the hardest part is going to be these. These were not fun for me. And I'm sure it won't be fun to do this part, but we'll all do it. Any questions at all? I do love how fast this bag is. And I am pretty sure we are going to be done it next Thursday. Yay. You can see though, even the large size isn't that big because this is going to come in like so. That's really how big she's going to be only. It's not a very big bag. Any questions? So we're finishing 45 minutes early. But yes, leave the zipper pocket open for your inside zipper pocket, the lining, because this we turn with a full bottom open, which is amazing. And then we're going to close it through the zipper pocket. What's great about SewingArtz is she finishes bags the way I finish bags. So it makes me so very happy. So yeah, I know it sounds like a lot of homework, but I promise you it's not. The edge painting, if you're doing edge painting, is the most time consuming. The other things you'll be done super fast. So, and again, if you have any questions, you know you can always message me. You like the size? It's a small medium, I would say. Not a small, like this one is like, this is like child size small. Like this is small. Oh, and after you've basted your foam onto this, you can decide where you want to put your nameplate or handmade thing. I put mine right here, so you can install that as well. That's where I have it on this one. I might put it up a little bit higher than oh, it's not too bad on this one, but you may decide to put it here or whatever. So once you put your foam onto this, then install your nameplate as well, and then we will be good to go for next week. All right, and those that didn't sew along with this today, and if you have any questions, just reach out. I'm here for you. Okay, thank you, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye.